Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, as some of you know, I just got back from Japan. And I've been there somewhere in the double digits amount of times. At least 12 times, possibly more than that. And this trip, I didn't get much chance to hang out. The schedule was real tight. But there have been other trips when I really have gotten to really get to know the place. But that doesn't make me an expert on Japan, believe me. But I do love the place. I love the people, and I love the culture. The people are really, really nice, very helpful, unfailingly polite. Now, a few visits to a country doesn't make anybody an expert, but I've learned a few things which I want to share. For example, in their approach to work and business, they are very regimented. At some offices, all of the employees gather before the start of the day and exercise together. And the workers are very deferential towards authority. They also put the general good over the individual. Sometimes this creates injustice for the individual, but on the other hand, the workers at the Fujiyama nuclear plant willingly and heroically went into radioactive areas of the plant to shut things down and prevent the disaster from getting worse, even though they knew it would kill them. In many areas of life, conformity is highly prized. But in the area of sex, the Japanese are much more open and free than we are. We tend to be kind of secretive about our perversions. The Japanese celebrate them. Matter of fact, this Sunday, it's too bad, I would have liked to have stayed for this. One of the cities there is having a big fertility festival. And part of that is going to be there are parades in which there are giant penis floats and penis costumes and people carrying big penises. So that's going to be a kind of a fun thing. On TV, we Americans can get nudity on cable, but on our network stations, on the major network stations, you still can't. Whereas the Japanese have been showing at least partial nudity for years. The Japanese networks don't go out of their way to show nudity, but they don't shy away from it either. Sexploitation movies are very mainstream. They have big openings in mainstream theaters, and some of the stars of sexploitation movies are big stars in Japan. While we're making a big fuss about 50 Shades of Grey, the Japanese have been making mainstream bondage videos for probably about 50 years now. Sex-themed nightclubs are all over the place and prominently advertised. They also have these love hotels, which I showed a few of them in the video, which are there specifically for people to go and bring their mistress or even bring your wife and get kinky in. movies and television can be extremely violent in Japan. But the rate of violent crime compared to here in the United States is very low. So all those people that say that blame violent movies and video games and stuff like that for violence in the country, it's just bullshit. Japan's movies, video games, and television are much more violent than ours are. But they don't have the kind of problems we have with violent crime. There's no tipping in Japan. The Japanese believe that you should provide good service without getting paid extra money for it. And the people who do those jobs receive a good living wage and don't have to depend on tips. They would be insulted if you offered them one. They have single-payer government health care provided in Japan, and the healthcare system is efficient and works much better than ours ever will, at least in its present form. Guns are banned in Japan, and gun crimes are extremely rare. Matter of fact, murders are extremely rare. We have more murders in our major cities in 1 month than Japan will have in several years. And if somebody does commit a crime with a gun, they'll never get to commit a second one. Now, I would not support an out-and-out ban on guns here. But the fact is, what Japan proves is that you can regulate guns, but not state by state. It has to be on a federal level. Thanks for listening.